Hello, everyone. This is Seewing Yee from the Year Listen Network. Welcome to our webinar video presentation. And the topic is Tampa Metro new builds, single family homes from 180K and up. Anyway, I'm very proud and pleased to inform you that on the behalf of Gene Gillum, our Central Florida great partner, and we are presenting this brand new construction subdivision located in the suburbs of Tampa, Florida, and it is located in Hudson, Florida, which is around approximately 20 miles north of Tampa. Okay, and the builder we're talking about is Pioneer Homes, and they have a very specialized in one of the top local builders in Florida. Okay, so here's the area map. As I mentioned before, Tampa is one of the fastest growing small cities in the country. And when I say small, it's not that small. I would say it has at least 1 million people in the metro area. It's located in the Gulf Coast of Mexico. Beautiful, beautiful area, and right in the middle of Florida, on the western side of Florida, like I say, in the Gulf Coast area. And Tampa has been one of the fastest growing cities in the country. I'm I'm venture to say that is Tampa is one of the best kept secret, if you will, in terms of real estate market investment opportunity. You don't hear too much about it, at least not just yet. But I've been watching the Florida market for a number of years, and of course, you guys know that we've been here at the Year Real Estate Network, along with Jim Gillum. We've been promoting the Central Florida area very, very heavily, and of course, we have done very well in toward the middle of Central Florida, Orlando, and the suburbs, Winter Haven, and a number of small cities within 30 miles of Orlando Metro. But when we head to the western side of Central Florida, which is about, I think, maybe less than 2 hours west of Orlando metropolitan. We're talking the along the beach area, along, like I said, west part of Central Florida, which is Tampa suburbs. And for a number of reasons, Tampa has a very healthy economy, a lot of jobs, a lot of great diversified industry, and the homes price square footage is even lower than in other parts of Florida, including Central Florida. So there's a lot of value. There's a lot of potential undervalued prices that are happening in the Tampa uh, metropolitan. All right. So, and as you can see here in the Hudson, Florida area, where the subdivision is located, is around 20 miles or maybe 25 miles north of the downtown Tampa. And so the path of growth in this region is in the northern section. So I've done a lot of research on Florida and specifically in Tampa these past few years. And oh, by the way, I just want to mention this known fact because I put my what's that word? Put where my mouth is. I forgot the term. Anyway, I just put in a deposit to purchase one of the new construction homes in this particular subdivision. Put your words in your mouth. Okay, all right. Anyway, so just goes to show you how committed and serious I am. I'm putting my money and buying one of the pre-construction build out on this subdivision, which is so the build time is around anywhere from 6 to 7 months from now. Right now is toward the end of July. So if you put a deposit, I believe the deposit to secure a lot is at $1,000, and then just wait until the homes are being completed, which is 6 to 8 months maybe. By next spring of 2018, when your house is completed and you close escrow at that time, then you will have a excellent opportunity to rent your house out very, very quickly, because next March or next April is the start of the spring season in terms of rentals, and rentals or does even better during between the spring and summer, where people move more often as opposed to the other times of the year. So good timing to do something like this. Okay, so anyway, so what I really like about Hudson, Florida, based on my research, of course, along with my discussion with Gene Gillum and the property manager, which are Marilyn Kuzinski. I have spoken to Marilyn. It's very important wherever you buy that you not only have a good property manager, but you also have a property manager who is very honest and who is very ethical, who is very professional and does an excellent job. And Marilyn Kuzinski is no different. And I have spoken to her a number of times, and the way uh, she's very honest and very blunt about what she knows, and she's been into Central Florida as a property manager for the past 25 years. So suffice to say, she basically know every single neighborhood, every street, all their history of rentals, history of properties, and all over Central Florida, and in particular here in Tampa, and in particular in Hudson. And what she tells me in Hudson is, she said Hudson is the best kept secret. It's a small little city of around 14,000 people. Hudson is mainly a residential town, like a bedroom community. It's pretty affluent. If you It's a lot of upper middle income people living in this small city of Hudson. And she said, Maryland said, is Hudson's growing very, very fast. There's a lot of people moving to Hudson because they may work in the greater Tampa area, uh, and then they commute up the freeway here. As you can see, the freeway up to Hudson, go back home. So the commute is around maybe 30 to 40 minutes from the city area, from the main metro of the core of the city in Tampa to this suburban neighborhood. And so, yeah, the city of Hudson, you have your typical. You know what? These days, for those of you who've been in part of my network over the past 10 years, I always use the concept of Starbucks. If any up and coming neighborhood that have Starbucks back in those days, that means the area is about to grow quite tremendously. So now I'm using not Starbucks principle anymore. I'm using Whole Foods principle. Okay, so from now on, when you hear me promote any particular area, if I use the word Whole Foods, that means if a Whole Foods are moving in the area, right? They are targeting, fairly affluent population. So Hudson is no different. They have Whole Foods close by, within 5 miles away, uh, and of course they have the typical Walmart and Target and major groceries and shopping places, and as well as restaurants and shops, retail shops. And the neighboring cities, as you can see in this map, I mean, is Spring Hill to the upper left hand northwest area of Hudson. Then you have along the beach. By the way, Hudson is around 5 miles from the beach, and Maryland told me the beach area is, although it's not too touristy, it's not too many tourists around here, at least not just yet, but it's really up and coming. Of course, again, Hudson is like a 5 miles inland, all right? And of course, on the closer to the water, you have a larger city, Newport Richey, which is, and then up north of Hudson, you have Spring Hill, a larger city there. Then you have to the below, like to below, like 25 hours below Hudson, along the beach, you have Clearwater Beach, right around St. Petersburg area, which is right below Tampa. They have among the top beaches in Florida, all right located within 25 miles southwest of Hudson. So I'm not going to go too much further on in terms of amenities and how great the area is. Everybody know Florida is growing very fast because of the sunshine and no state income tax and low cost of living, good lifestyle and outdoor activities, beach everywhere, beautiful beaches. Okay, so it's just a overall, it's just a great place to raise a family, great place to retire there, and the renters that gonna rent you a house, again will be most likely can be young professionals who could afford to pay 18, $1,900, $2,000 per month in rent, and as well as retirees that would love to retire there, and they do not mind paying you $2,000 of rent per month to rent your beautiful single family home in this particular subdivision, which is also is a gated community, believe it or not. All right, so let's move on. And the again, we are working with Pioneer Homes, a new builder that Jim Gillum has creating a relationship with, and Jing is promoting this on behalf of myself and the Year Real Estate Network. And of course, the Pioneer Homes been around since 1976, so 40 something years they've been doing building construction. So they're very highly reputable, one of the top regional builder in the Florida area. So they built very, very high quality homes. And as a matter of fact, Marilyn Kozinski, our property manager, once again, she said she had visited the this particular home site a number of times recently, and she's marveled at the high quality of the construction, the interior, the exterior of this particular subdivision. And this subdivision is not very large. I think it's around 50 lots available. This is a phase one we are entering, and they are trying to provide the integrity of the ratio of owner occupied versus investment homes in this particular subdivision. They try to strive for 10% investment rental homes and 90% owner occupied ratio in this particular subdivision. So again, Jean Gillum was because of Jean Gillum's track record over the years, she was able to convince the Pioneer Homes to allocate a small percentage of their brand new construction homes for our Yellow Sign network member investment group. Okay, so we're very lucky and to partner with this great builder. So, and this area is called Highland Gated Community. Single family home, they have 6 floor plans, 2 and 3 car garages. And Hudson is located in Pasco County, which is, like I said, is a gated community. And the single family homes are starting from 180,000. Like I said, the construction is around 6 to 8 months timeline, and you're buying a lot. You pick a lot, and then you just hold it for until they completed the house, and then you will open up escrow and do your loans at that time. So it's pretty typical pre-construction kind of business model. Okay, this is all furnished models. This is a gated community, like I said, with a lot of walking trails, lush landscaping. Inside the homes have a lot of great amenities. Okay, so all right, let's continue. Right, so and when you buy into the home, you has all they have the builder have all the upgrades and tile and all the wet areas, all appliances are included. Like I say, it's a gated community with no CCD, has a community pool and lawn maintenance, which are included. And look at this the features of the single family homes. Brand new construction. I love brand new builds because they have warranties and for the house and of course over the first at least for the first few years of ownership you can reasonably expect that the maintenance and upkeep associated with owning your investment property is minimal compared to a investment house that are much older. So that's pretty obvious. I'm not going to go through all the details of in terms of what they have, the interior of the standard features of each of these homes. You could slowly do your own research and learn more about it. Okay, so let me proceed and let me share with you from a high level in terms of my presentation. Like I said, the lowest price point is the Martinique floor plan, which is 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage, and this is a picture rendering of it. And they just broke ground not long ago, this particular subdivision, so you will not be able to see any kind of real pictures yet. But all the lots has been done, electricity, everything, and water, sewage. The whole typical standard procedure for creating a subdivision, a new construction area. The lowest price point, like I said, 185K 900, and the living area is 1,750 square foot. 2 car garage, additional 483 square foot. There's a lanai, which is a porch, additional 150 square foot, and the a cover entryway 50 square foot for a total of 2,433 square foot, which is amazing, right? Which is a very, very nice. So many of you, of course, you obviously you want to look at crunch the numbers like I do. I crunch the numbers all day long, right? So I know what you're talking about. I know what it's all about. So from a high level, if you put 25% down payment, some of you can do 20% down if you have less than 4 mortgages, but many of you still want to put around 25% down payment based on 4.5% mortgage rate. So, and with your loan amount is 139K, your mortgage payment 706, property taxes 250, insurance $60 per month, and HOA, homeowners association, it's a little bit higher than usual, $179 per month. But you have to look at, what are you getting, right? What kind of value are you getting by paying this 179 monthly for the HOA? As I stated, you're paying for the gated community, you're paying for the pool, the recreation area, and the landscaping, the street, all those kind of things. So you may, if you want to inquire further on a breakdown of the HOA, feel free to contact myself or Gene Gillum, and we will be more than happy to provide you the details of the HOAs. Property management fee at 8%. You pay to Marilyn Kuzinski. That's the property manager. So your total monthly uh, obligations is $1,315. And here's the good thing about it. So your gross rent on this particular floor plan is $1,500. By the way, the rent range. Let me give you a little bit perspective. The $1,500 is basically gross estimated rent on sort of a non-rental season. For example, if you close escrow around October, November, December, January, February, during that 5 months, sort of a slower rental season, we realistically estimate that your gross rent will be 1,500. If you close escrow around the springtime, like March, April, May, June, July, August, and the summer season, when the rentals season is much better, you could reasonably expect higher rental rates during that time, which is around 1675. So your net cash flow is anywhere from 185 to 360. So that's a very pretty decent number, not the greatest, but whenever you're buying a single family home in any area in the country for that matter, which is around 170K or higher, do not expect to get a 1% ratio uh, of rent versus price rate, which I've been teaching you guys, right? All right. So again, Martinique. This is the floor plan, which is you can read, you can study on your own, but this is from a high level. All right, and the second floor plan is St. Thomas. The price point is 194K and 1,972 square foot on the living areas, and the total square footage, which is 2,630 the square foot, which is quite large, right? Amazing. So you can nice one story. I like one story floor plans. And if you look at numbers at 25% down payment, and if the rent is 1,650, then you'll get a net cash flow is 288. If the rent is 1,875 during high rental season marketing, then you can get as much as $513 monthly net cash flow, as you can see here, right? Off season rental right here. And if you rent it between May, June, July, August, the 4 or 5 months timeline, then your rent could be higher. But anyway, so let's go on. Almost done. Stuff, and I believe the last floor plan is a St. Thomas. And let me floor plan. It doesn't say anymore, but they might have some 4 bedroom, 3 baths available. The higher price point, the low 200Ks, that is available. So here's the plot map in terms of how the community works. There is phase the phase two coming up is a larger lots. There's community pool, trails, lawn maintenance, and cable included in your HOH. Just so you know, right? Okay, let me see what else. I think that's about it, right? And so this is phase one. So the early bird gets the worm, right? And I'm one of them. Okay, I'm the leader. I'm putting the words where my mouth is, right? Is that how you say it? Anyway, just go show you I'm, so-called risking my money to buy a property here as an investor. Same, and I've done my research on it, and I really like this area, and the long term is potential is going to be good. And I believe if you're interested, of course, contact myself, and of course, and concurrently consult with Jean Gillum, and she will give you more details about it. I think the deposit is only $1,000. I could be wrong, but anyway, so, if you pick a lot and then sign the paperwork, and then you can reserve your lot with a very very low deposit money, and then you sit on your lot for the next 6 to 7 to 8 months, and then when you close escrow, we will introduce you to the loan agent so you can do the loan. Once you close escrow, and then once your escrow is closed, you're going to be working with our great property manager, Marilyn Kozinski. As I mentioned before, she's been a property manager for the past 25 years. So, like I say, I know her very well. I've talked to her a number of times. I feel very confident. She feels very confident in getting the tenant and manage your property from a long distance. And she does all the paperwork. She will pre-screen the tenant, the potential tenant, run a credit check, and then get your property rented, within 30 to 45 days after you close escrow. And then over time, she send you statements electronically. She will wire you the money. She will collect the rent from the tenant, and she does all the paperwork and provide you with a monthly, landlord tenant statement, so you can enjoy your life, enjoy your time without being a landlord. You are not a landlord, by the way. You are a passive investor, a passive real estate investor. You are a entrepreneur. Okay, so the word landlord means you have to manage your own property physically and emotionally. You do not want to do that. You leverage your time to people, to your team. In this case, Jim Gillum, the broker owner for this product, and Marilyn, the property manager. Okay, so the future is going to be great here in Florida, and I suspect Florida will be the fastest growing state in the country. Everybody hate the freezing cold weather, the unforgiving weather, especially during the winter, and all the snowbird want to come down to Florida. Florida is still very cheap these days, but not for long, and there's a lot of opportunities for investors from our network to take advantage to buy this home in this great subdivision and have a long-term success owning your properties with cash flow and appreciation over time. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact myself, or if you want to, in addition to talking to Jean Gillum, you might want to spend some time with Marilyn. She would love to give you her time. In fact, just today I spent more than 1 hour with her. She'll be more than happy to set a phone appointment with you, and she will answer any question you have about this particular Tampa area and the market and the neighborhood and everything. She know everything. Okay, there's nothing get past her. So at the end of the day, you're working with someone that I trust, Jim Gillum, who's been providing our network with so many investors and success over the past few years. And Maryland, like I said, I mean, the key to success is having outstanding property manager, and Marilyn will do the job for you. Okay, so without further ado, thank you so much for your time. And for those of you who are extremely motivated, see the value of buying in this area, this great pre-construction phase 1 with a lot of growth potential, tremendous growing area, very fast growing population. Just come and talk to me, and you can call me, email me, and text me. I'll be more than happy to give you my time to answer any kind of questions you have. Then if you then after that, I'll put you in touch with Jean Gillum, and she will give you more information to help you make an informed decision to help you create wealth for your lifetime for yourself and your family. Okay, with that in mind, thank you so much for attending, and looking forward to helping all you folks out there to achieve your financial goals and objectives. My name is Seewing Yee from the Year Listen Network. Thank you for attending and have a blessed day. Goodbye.